Lascia ch'io pianga mia cruda sorte e che sospiri la libertà. Hi, and welcome to this tutorial, a very special tutorial for a song which you probably didn't have an idea it was possible to make a ukulele tutorial for, but I thank you for being curious, and that's the most important thing, to be smart or have a really exciting life. So probably that's what you've got. Congratulations, welcome. We're gonna learn how to sing and play this beautiful Aria, which is a melody from an opera from Handel. So you'll see that it's really not that hard to do. We can handle that quite easily on the ukulele because it falls perfectly under the fingers in F. And I'm going to guide you through a bit of the melody. And it's really worth the little effort you're going to put in to learn this, because it's just so beautiful and fragile. I actually sing it when I do, and it's not a tutorial, I sing it a bit lower. So I tune my ukulele down a couple of steps so that my voice is more comfortable. But we are going to play it in F here in this tutorial. By the way, I want to say a big thank you to all the patrons making it possible for me to actually make tutorials about these crazy things, such as this 18th century melody from an opera written in Italian by a German guy who was living in England at the time. If you want to become a patron too, that would be fantastic. But before you click on, let's have a look at the melody together. So in this song it's fairly simple, it's straightforward, but I'm going to insist on very small details, which is what I love to do, to make sure that the song rings fantastically. So I've already sang this verse at the beginning, and that is, if you want, the main bit. It comes up all across the song. There's a couple of other bits, but this is the main bit, and if you're going to learn only one bit, definitely it has to be this bit. So about this bit and the whole song, what's really important to understand is that it's there's 3 beats per, block, per brick. Imagine it's a house, it's built with bricks, and each brick has 3 beats. So all throughout the song, we've got this for 1 brick, 1 bar. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. And that's what we're going to have in the song here. I'll just play the chords for you. And here I don't do the and. So let's just have a look at that first line. We've got Lascia ch'io, and G minor 7, the F you probably know, is open 2-1-1, Pianga, and on mia cruda sorte. On mia we've got C, which I wrote 3-5. In the document that goes with this tutorial, it's actually not quite like this because the 3-5 is in grey. So anyway, C3-5 means that, basically, it's very simple, we are not playing the last string. There's only the 3rd and the 5th, not the octave. That's why I wrote it like this. And that's important. Mia, just 3 strings. You see, I'm landing my thumb on the A string so that it doesn't ring. Mia, and on cru, everything rings. Mia cru. And then A1, meaning we press down on the 1st fret of the A string and we play that note. And sorte 4-7 is like a C7, except the index is also on the E string on the 1st fret. So it's this instead of this. Very simple. Cruda sorte. It's because we've got this sorte. And then E open, C 2nd fret, C string 2nd fret, C string open, and this leads to ooh, so it's after, it's the and of the 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and it's this note, we're singing it on a D. And here, quite important, this whole time we've done down strums, right? And here we actually have a downstroke, so that we have these notes last, and we've got a C7, but in a funny way, we play a C, and we add 3rd fret of the G string. So sweet, la libertà. Okay, let's do it again together. Feel free to try to hang on. It means, the translation, I wrote my own translation, because I didn't think the other ones were too pretty. It means, let me cry my sad fate, and long, but it's a word that means sigh, but it means it's a longing. I sigh for my freedom. Freedom. But in an opera way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and Lascia ch'io pianga mia cruda sorte, e che sospiri la libertà. Way! So that's the first verse. Hopefully you tried to play along with me there. Yeah, as you play this and practice this slowly, you'll get a feel for the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're more used to, especially on the ukulele, we're more used to playing 4 beats per brick, per bar, to build our little houses or huts or huge apartments or whatever. But here it's a 1, 2, 3 that takes some getting used to. But it's lovely to play. Also, if you're struggling to find the melody for this bit, there's actually an instrumental part later on in the song where we just have the finger picking of the orchestra and the melody part, like so. And that way you can also practice humming the melody at the same time if you're a bit unsure of it. I recommend just listening a couple of times to the wonderful version from that Cecilia Bartoli album. And she pronounces very well, also being Italian. I think she's the only one that understands what she's singing, because all the other ones are a bit... I don't mean that the pronunciation needs to be perfect, but definitely the feeling needs to be there, that you are sighing for freedom. Let's go on to the bridge now. After having played the first bit twice, we move on to this. And we start on an open A string. I'll just play it once for you. And then it goes back to the first bit. This is a bit high for me. I'm more comfortable playing it in C sharp, D. But hopefully you get the idea, which is the point here. So we start here. And then it follows the G chord. So F D minor on Eke. Eke. Sospiri. It follows the T. And even higher again, starting on the 2nd fret of the A string. E minor on the Ke, So, and then Pi, Ri, we've got A minor F, Sospiri, and then this note, La Li, Libertà. And the C star is a C, but just played a bit higher with a bit of an A shape, which is open 4-3-3, and it's quite important so we don't have the C as the bass note of our ukulele for lots of reasons, but basically I did my best to transcribe the actual orchestral score, and that's what happens. La libertà. And then we've got the C, basically, and the C and the A3 could be your second stroke, like this. And then A1, A open, E3, and back to Lascia Okay, I'll do the bridge again, and this time make sure you join in. F. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and and first bit again. Right, now what happens here, there's this Lascia bit, the main bit, the bit that you'll definitely learn. And then there's the instrumental melody, which means the ukulele alone. Which we've had a look at, or which I've played already. And then there is the refrain, we can call it like this. There's another bit that starts a little bit like the bridge, and it's this one. And it starts also on the open A string, but actually then the second note is a D here. D, D, instead of D, 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 it's D, 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 D. Il duol infranga queste ritorte dei miei martiri. Per pietà dei miei martiri, sol per pietà. Lascia ch'io pianga. Okay, let's have a look at the refrain slowly. F D minor on il duo. Il duolo infranga, franga. And then we've got a A1, A open, G3, but you know how to play this now. Il duolo infranga, queste ritorte. So the same melody, queste, I mean the same interval, and then the chords are changing on each beat here at the beginning of the second line. Queste G minor, Re, D, M, torte, and then de miei martiri. So you've got G, G7 for 2 beats, E minor, A minor for 2 beats. Sol per pietà. And here on this line everything changes every beat, but then you've got 3 beats of F. So we sing B, C, D, so second, third, fourth, second, third, fifth, seventh, and then we have, to find that note of pietà, we have first fret, second fret here. I'll just show you how that sounds here. Sol per pietà. You see? Da, da. It's first fret, second fret. Sol per pietà dei miei martiri. And same note again, first fret, martiri. Sol per pietà. And here we've got G1, G2, C2 before the E7, and we sing Sol per pietà. Now you've noticed there's lots of trills, and in Baroque music, which is what Handel is writing, that's all he knew. We have a lot of these trills, meaning you start on the upper note and you go it's like a shake between the 2 notes that gets quicker and then stops. Like this. De miei martiri. Here. Sol per pietà. On the pietà. And then you're going to definitely sound like you're singing music from the beginning of the 1700s, which is the 18th century. It's hard to count, but that's how it works. And then we've got again the bum 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 lascia ch'io pianga mia cruda sorte e che sospiri la libertà. Now there's a way, if you want to spice things up, you can sing it like this. It's not exactly traditional, but you can do a forceful, dramatic version. You know, somebody who's sad but in a very strong way. And you can do down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Lascia ch'io pianga mia cruda sorte e che sospiri la libertà. 3. So you really need to get the 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Lascia ch'io pianga. Allora, molto bene, bravissimo. I don't have too much of an idea about what else is going on YouTube, but there's a fair chance there's not another ukulele tutorial for a Handel melody. Oh, and by the way, if it's a bit, like for myself, a bit hard for you to sing it that high, you can just... Mia cruda sorte